Today on Design, Build, and Fix, Interior Walls for Sketchup. This is the next video in our series on how to design a house in SketchUp. And keep in mind, if you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Help me out, help me build the channel. All right, let's jump right into that content. How to create interior walls in SketchUp. Alright, so the first thing that we want to do is to make sure that we're going to group this together and put it in the proper layer or tag. So I'm going to set that up right now. So I'm going to go to the tag button and I'm going to add one, and this one's going to be interior walls. Then say OK. Alright, so now that we have our interior walls layer or tag set up, now it's time to create those. And it's going to be a little bit different than how we did our exterior walls, and we're going to do most of it with guides. And so I'm going to grab my measurement tool, and let's say, for example, I have a bath or a bedroom back here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on that because I want it to line up with this wall. So I'm going to click here, and that puts that even there. And then what I'm going to do is I know that that wall is going to be 3.5 inches thick, so I'm going to click here and type in 3.5. And so basically what we're going to be doing is outlining our rooms spaced with guides, and then fill them in with squares and then clean them up a little bit later. Alright, so let's say, for example, we have, this room is, I don't know, let's call it going to be, let's call it 15 feet long. And then, actually, yep, then we'll go another 3.5 this way. Now, it's very important that you make sure you're going in the right axis. And so there's our bedroom. And let's say back here we have a small walk-in closet. And we'll go from here to here, and we'll put this at, let's call it 10 feet. And then we have another 3.5 inch wall. And we'll make this a hallway to get into the bedroom. And then let's go over here and we'll throw in a bathroom, and let's call this 15 feet. I'm just kind of guessing here for sizes. I'm just doing this for example. Now, one of the things that you have to remember about bathrooms is one of the walls in your bathroom is probably going to be a plumbing wall, and so that wall is going to have to be 5.5 inches thick as opposed to 3.5 inches thick. That's due to the plumbing that's going to run in the wall. So let's bring this over 9 feet, and then let's say this is our plumbing wall. So this wall is now going to be 5.5 inches. So it's going to be a little bit wider. And you're going to continue doing this all the way through the house. I'm not going to do that, but I'm just going to show you the rooms that we want to create. So now what I'm going to do is grab my rectangle tool, and I know, for example, that this wall here starts here and ends here. So I'm just going to draw that rectangular box in, and then I'm going to do another wall here which finishes up my bedroom. And we said over here that we had a walk-in closet, and then over here we had a bathroom. And all I'm doing is clicking the intersections of these things, and so now we're good. I can, at this point in time, I can get rid of all my guides. So one of the things to help clean things up, I'm going to turn my dimensions off, and now I can go ahead and erase my guides. And so at this point in time, let's say, for example, I have all of my interior walls done. And so what I want to do is to come in here and I want to clean these areas up. So I'm going to get rid of these lines because I want to pull it all the way up by itself. I don't want to do it section by section. So I'm going to come in here and get rid of all those where those lines or those walls come together. And that looks like that's going to be all of them. And so at this point now I can go ahead and push pull. And I'm just going to come up on edge of the group. That's going to make the interior walls the same size as your exterior walls. Okay, so now we have those in there. But one of the things that we have to do is we have to put dimensions on here. So you're going to come over here to your dimension tool, and you're going to come in here and just bring these things over. Now here's the thing. I'm not going to be able to dimension to this outside group. I have to dimension off the inside stuff. So I grab the interior wall here, and I'm going to have to grab the interior wall here. Now you don't go to the midpoint because it won't work. You have to get it so the line turns blue. And then I'm just going to drag it this way. Now one of the things that you want to do is to make sure your dimensions are nice and clean. And so if I do a dimension here, I want it to line up with this one. I'm going to drag it in, and notice it snaps to it. And then we'll do the same thing this way. Sometimes you have to zoom in a little bit to be able to see it and get it. Sometimes it's finicky. Alright, let's put that there. And then I'm going to continue this process all the way through until I'm all done. And so we'll put one in here, and then this one here. Now, I could drag it this way and line it up with that one, which I think I'm going to, because that makes more sense because then it's lined up. And then you would continue this process all the way around until you have all of your interior walls dimensioned. So now what we want to do is shut off some of our other stuff and put all these interior walls that we created in the dimensions into their proper layers. So I'm going to turn off the floor system and my exterior walls. And now what I want to do is I'm going to have to select all these and put them in the dimension layer. So I'm just going to grab my selection tool. And I'm going to hold the shift key down, which is going to help me select those. Let's see if I got them all. One more. And then I'm going to go over here to my dimension layer, click the three buttons, and add it to the tag, and notice they came off. Now it's easy for me just to select these, and I'm going to want to right click and make it a group, and then there I'm going to add that to my interior walls. And I'm going to turn it off to make sure I have everything, which I do, and now I can turn everything back on, and now I have my interior walls with dimensions in SketchUp. Alright, well thanks for watching how to design a house in SketchUp, interior walls. More videos coming out shortly, and remember, if you like the content, help me out and subscribe to the channel. Alright, we'll see you on the next one.